I'll share something with you which I've not talked about in some time. It has been, I think, now kind of 6 years, 5 or 6 years since I came to Thailand. The first time, obviously, when I visited Thailand, I came with my friend. It was totally unexpected. He was supposed to visit Thailand with another friend of his. He's a doctor, and they wanted to come to Pattaya, obviously to see the girls and the red light district and have some fun and go back. Okay, just to unwind. Both married guys. So, but then what happened is, his friend dropped out at the last week because he had an emergency surgery or some work come up. And so my friend, he was left with a book ticket, but he didn't have anyone to go with. So he made me an offer. He said, "Loy, I'll pay for your ticket. I'll pay for your ticket." I don't know. He said he'll pay for my ticket or he'll pay for my expenses. One of the two. Can't recollect right now. But he said, "I'll pay for something." He said, "You pay the rest." I thought about it and I said, "What about visa?" He said, "Visa is on arrival and we'll be there for 2 weeks." I was not actually particularly very keen on going for a holiday, but since he said he'll pay for something, let's assume he said pay for the ticket. I said, "Okay, fine, we'll go." So obviously him and I both did not tell anyone that we are going, to enjoy in the red light district. Because even I didn't know what I was getting into. So lo and behold, finally, we booked the ticket. I was kind of, excited. I don't know what is going to happen. Never been for something like this. And we landed in Thailand. He had booked a 5-star hotel. And we had got 5-star service. And then obviously went to see the red light district. And, it was like, oh, wow. Never seen all these things and never seen. And we had come luckily at a low season. If I recollect, I think I remember, it was during Ramadan. We came during Ramadan and there was a very less crowd. So most of the bars, pubs, they were very welcoming. We went and saw stuff which we never seen in Dubai. Seen a lot of girls and girls. It was the first time for me. It was like, oh wow, girls are actually calling you, and girls are so petite and small, and there are so many girls, and massage parlors and food stalls, and like anybody else who, when they come to Thailand for the first time, in fact, that time I was shocked to see foreigners walking without a shirt. And I was like, hey, people are walking without a shirt. Because, I was always in Dubai. Hardly traveled. And in Dubai, you can't, even alcohol, you cannot sit and drink alcohol outside. So here people are taking their beer bottles and whiskey bottles. And so, okay, we saw quite a lot. Enjoyed. And we came back. Like they say, what happens in Thailand stays in Thailand. So, okay, came back. But I'll tell you that memory of going to Thailand remained very strong in my head. And before you know it, I made another plan to come to Thailand. But this time, it so happened that I managed to get a girl who I wanted to go on a date with. And the second time was different. Went and met this girl on a date. And it became more of a, when you go visit a girl for, just romance, so to speak. It's all sex and visiting places. And so, okay, fine, it was fun. The third time was actually even more different. This time I bumped into an American girl, and that also on the island of Samui, where I am here. I bumped into this girl, never thought that, I would bump into another one from Thailand. We never thought that we would get along. And before you know it, I again booked a ticket and I came down here. That was my first time here. And she had portrayed herself as one of those Western spiritual females, good charactered females, seeking the truth, hardworking. And she obviously had a son who was a teen, well behaved, at least at that time. That's what I assumed. And came down, had a great time, good memories. And before you know it, came back. And this time around, when I came the third time, I thought, man, you can see this nature, it's so cool, calm. I saw the sunset, I saw the quiet life, I saw the forest, I saw life in Thailand, how it was. Like when you come here as a tourist, the first time, it really gets to you how quiet the place is, how less traffic, and more you're in touch with nature, like in India. So life was very different, and it was not very expensive. So I had some, you tend to have assumptions about how life is going to be here. And I thought at that time, the game plan was, I'm going to come down here, figure out how to settle down here in Thailand. I'll be with this female. We will stay together. And I'll start my life here. At least that was what was planned. And then later on, as we spoke about it, we got along very close, and we thought, okay, why not we get married? And at that time, I thought, okay, we can get married. She has a teenage son. I didn't think much about it. I can do my business, online business, something I'll start new. And then, can be stress-free here with no issues. So that was the game plan. But they always say, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Well, one by one, whatever plans I assumed, all came crumbling down and got destroyed really bad. I'll give you an example. First was this female. I thought, we had something going on between us. Turned out to be just the total opposite. She was not what she portrayed she was. She had a totally different personality. A son who was supposed to be well behaved. Another disaster in itself. She had her past ex-husband or boyfriend, whatever. That was another story in itself, which I don't want to get into. So that itself went for a toss. The second one was, I assumed that I would get, like visa on arrival. They would give me a very easy visa to be in this country. Once again, I was mistaken. I didn't take proper legal advice. And the legal advice that I ended up getting, you'll not believe, I went to, I think, 3 actual lawyers. And the lawyer who finally agreed to help me get the visa, he turned out to be a con man. Seriously, no joke. A con man to the point he cost me, I think, another, $10,000-$20,000. I just lost. And I was in a limbo. After nearly cancelling my visa and shipping all my goods, only to realize he didn't know what he was talking about. And he has a legit company, legit company, and he gave me the wrong advice. So that was 2. Number 3 was, I'd assumed that my business would do well. I teamed up with one guy here who I assumed was another legit chap. He turned out to be having some kind of split personality where he had a legit business online, but it was crumbling apart. And I found out that later on, he had a massive drinking problem. He had a massive problem with the females. He had a massive problem with the locals. He was a disaster. He was a ticking time bomb. Then number 4, what I realized was to survive in this place, initially I saw, okay, it's a quiet forest. It's very cheap, very affordable. You can live here nicely. There were so many challenges. I never, ever calculated, never assumed, never thought, never read that popped up one by one. To give you a few, it's like, well, okay, let me start with the expenses. You know, when you calculate Thailand, when you come here as a tourist, you calculate, okay, there in Dubai it is, let's say for example, $10 a day for food. Here it is only $2 a day for food. But the reality is it is not just $2, man. A lot of other hidden costs and expenses that come in between. Like one of the factors I never calculated was if you're sick. You know, if you're sick in this part of the world, if you're sick, it'll cost you 10 times more than the normal, facilities that they'll offer you. Just Google search some of the accidents or medical claims that have happened for tourists here. They end up racking up a bill which is unbelievable. There was one BBC report of a tourist who had an accident. He ended up spending, I think, $20,000 just for getting himself sorted out. Where in his own country, maybe he would have got all those facilities for free. You know. So, 1 second. Let this guy go. Vegetable seller. So why am I sharing all these? Why am I sharing all these bits and pieces? I'm not giving you everything in detail, but why am I sharing this incident with you? See, like 6 years ago, what I started off, what I assumed, what I believed would happen, 6 years later, it's totally something else. I never ever imagined I would be married to this female. I never imagined I would be with the small baby girl that I am. I never thought I'd be staying in this part of Koh Samui. My business, how it has picked up and what has happened, totally took a U-turn. I never thought I would have a YouTube presence. I'm being honest with you. I never imagined all this. I never thought I would undergo bariatric surgery. I never thought that I would lose 40-45 kilos. My life in these last 5 years, 6 years, it has gone like crazy, man. The women that came in my life in the 6 years, the ones I was supposed to get married to, the ones I thought I had a plan, the friends, the business relationships, the networks, nothing went as per plan. Nothing. But then, once you take a step and you move in a particular direction, like this, no turning back. You just keep moving forward. You just keep doing what you have to do. And lo and behold, with all the ups and downs, with all the struggles, with all the unpredictable moments, I navigated through the storm and so far so good. So what am I trying to tell you through this video? You know, you will make lots of plans in life. You will have a lot of plans. I'll marry this person. I will go to this country. I'll have this career. I'll have this kind of money. I'll have this friendship. Life will just be so unpredictable. Like, I never, had my friend never had his friend back out at the last minute, he would have never thought of taking me for the holiday to Thailand. And because he took me, I felt comfortable making a booking by myself and going for a holiday. And lo and behold, found another female and came down here, that also alone. I never thought this would happen, never. And had he had never taken me, maybe I would have never agreed to meet a female like that. But because I was familiar twice, third time was a breeze. And because I met that female and she gave me some bullshit story, I thought, oh, I can be here. And because I met the wrong business contact, I thought I could start up that business that gave me more confidence to end my career path in Dubai. And because I met the wrong lawyer or guy who gave me all rubbish advice about how easy it is to get a visa to come here and all, I immediately shifted my base from Dubai only to be in a limbo for, I think, nearly a couple of months, 2 months, 3 months. It was the toughest phase of my life, man. And after coming here, I didn't have anything, absolute zero for months and months, almost a year. Had someone told me that, Loy, uproot your life from Dubai and be in no man's land for 1 year where you don't know you'll fail or succeed, I doubt I would have even had the courage to do it, man. Because there's no guarantees, no? And lo and behold, finally, I am where I am today. So all I want to tell you through this video is, life is unpredictable, man. You can have all the plans in the world, you can have all the assumptions how life is going to go, where it's going to go, what you're going to do. But in the end, like this, expect the unexpected and be prepared for anything. But I can tell you one thing for a fact. Had I been in the relationship with that American female or that business partner or taken that visa, that company or anything, I'd be finished. I would be destroyed by now, So lucky for me, it all worked out for the best. You. So like they say, all's well that ends well, right? Good. So finally, this is where I am today. Anyway, so what about your life? Did your life go as per plan? Or is your life something like mine, where you expected one thing, did something else, went somewhere else, and end of the day, ended up with something else? Anyway, let me know your comments. Good, bad, ugly. Feel free to comment down below. For me, the 6 years went in one direction. Now, no more circus, no more this thing. Just try to keep things stable, secure, and predictable. Because as you get older, like, man, no more of this risky circus shit, But then again, life is unpredictable. Expect the unexpected. Anyway, you guys take care. Good, bad, ugly. Feel free, comment down below. It's me signing off. Ciao.